Kitty, Pryde and Wolverine, issue 5. We are getting close to the end, my friends. And this is one of those seminal books that is very important both to this story as well as the X-Men mythos. And we'll dive into that in a minute. This is called Courage. By Chris Claremont writing, Al Milgram doing the pencils, Tom Orzanowski doing the lettering, Glynis Wine colors, and Nasanti editor, Jim Shooter editor-in-chief, and the print date on this was March 1985. All-star cast. Now, last issue, spoiler alerts. If you don't want to be spoiled, go check out the reviews or go to your local comic shop and get this series and come back. Wolverine trains Kitty. She starts to realize the type of person she is now and what she has to live with. And so she tells herself, I gotta leave Logan. I can't go back to Xavier. I've got to face Ogun alone. And so she visits Shigematsu. Boo! Ah! Ghost! The man's name is Heiji Shigematsu, the Oyabun, a sort of Japanese godfather, one of the larger Yakuza outfits. For a big-time, big-city crime boss, he sure scares easy. You'd think he'd be made of sterner stuff. And so I love how Kitty uses her mutant power and the ninja work that she's been trained in to scare him. She goes, where's Ogun? And so he breaks down and tells her, never bother him or his, and he's saying with Kitty Pryde, never bother him or his family again, or I'll be back and I won't be anywhere near so nice. Now, what I like about this, too, is the parallels of the last issue where when she left Shigematsu's building the first time, how she ended up falling into the sewer because she was panicking. But again, with maturity, there's also a little bit of putting your ego in check. She goes, getting out's easy as pie. I simply slip right through the walls, floors, ceilings, furniture. I even walk on air. The technical term for what I do is phasing. I simply slide the molecules on my body between those or whatever I'm moving through. Pretty neat trick, huh? Comes from wild genes I have, more than normal folks. That's what makes me a mutant. A couple of years ago, I wasn't an ordinary high school genius prodigy in Deerfield, Illinois. Today, I'm a full-fledged member of a team of mutant superheroes, the Uncanny X-Men. I've been to the far side of the universe. I've even saved the world twice. Mostly, the life's been fun. The fact, though, is all the scraps I've been in just about... Mostly, my life's been fun. This isn't, though. In fact, of all the scraps I've been in, this is just about the worst. I'm glad it's almost over. And she goes to laugh at how Shigematsu freaked out, which makes her lose her concentration, and she begins to fall. So, she catches herself and realizes, she goes, serves you right, Ms. Hotshot Know-It-All, to splatter all over creation. Professor Xavier and Wolverine taught you better than that. Act this stupid again, Ogun, and your troubles will be over forever. So you see how she's trying to mature and grow, and she's being a little too hard on herself. But nonetheless, she says that she needs to don a different outfit in order to fight Ogun. She goes, when I'm done, there's no sign of Kitty Pryde. Anyone looking for her wouldn't give me a second look. To them, I'm just another local teenager enjoying a Saturday night prowl. And now here, I love how we kind of get some introspective. She's going to fight her foe. She goes, I don't even recognize myself. The person reflected in the train window is a stranger, inside and out. Heck, I haven't worn my hair this short since I was a baby. I tried a wig this length weeks ago, and I hated it. Cutting it was another decision Ogun made for me. I was his doll, a plaything child he would mold in his image. Tonight I'll find out if he succeeded. If only I had stayed home, minding my own darn business, left my dad to a fate he probably deserved. Hey, why not stop there? If I never joined the X-Men, I wouldn't be in this mess. Wouldn't have to been so bad to live an ordinary life. Is it too late to try? Go to college, meet some guy, have 2.4 kids, live happily ever after. That's what other women want. And that's what they do. They make lots of kids, don't they? Lots of them. Why not me? Except normal people don't skydance. I can't give that up. Even without any superpowers, I'll never settle for what society or my parents expect of me. I'm not a kitty anymore. Much as I wish differently, I've grown up. I'm a cat. I like the shadows. A whole lot more than the daylight. Shadowcat. I like it. Suits me better than Ariel or Sprite. That's for sure. Okay, Shadowcat is who I am, and this is the life I chose to lead, as long as I last. And then, Wolvie, you'll have to avenge me. So, we can see how Kitty finally sees that she's no longer the little girl that came to Japan. She's grown, which is important to the story. And this is the first name drop of her being Shadowcat. And it's just, I remember reading that and I went, wait, what? Oh, shit. So that kind of threw me. And then we get into Wolverine worrying about Kitty. And he actually finally bites into Ogun. But not in the way that we normally see Wolverine go berserk. Instead, he goes after his character, saying, yeah, okay, what you did with your bank may have started out as good intentions, but you got greedy, and when you got caught, instead of being a man and manning up, you wimped out and went to the Yakuza. And so we see that Kitty's dad is growing as well. And then we get a break with Mariko and her adopted daughter. And we're thinking at first, because Ogun knows that Kitty is friends with Wolverine, and so he would strike through her to get to Wolverine as well. So we're wondering what's going on with Mariko. And we also see where her mindset is as she's now become the major crime boss of the Yakuza, and how she does things that even she hates and hurts her body physically in order to stand up to the men that would rather look down on her. And then the fight between Ogun and Kitty happens. And you can see how well he's trained her. And he's impressed. He goes, I have taught you well, my student. Come back to me. Take my place. But nonetheless, even though Kitty was well trained and was able to get a hit on Wolverine and make herself almost untrackable to him, we come back, she fights her master, and she realizes that there's way too much for her that she still needs to learn. And has even seen how Ogun plays her to find out what type of tricks she's trying to do in order to defeat him and keep everyone safe. And it almost costs her at the end. The actual battle is spectacular. The artwork that shows it, the way the colors are used, it's just one of those great, like, Japanese samurai fights. And you can see how everything is going to come to a crashing end with issue 6. So, guys, excellent issue. Important to both the mythos of this issue as well as the X-Men in general. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen, please first and foremost support your local comic shop or wherever it is like to get your action figures and comics and get this book. And if you've enjoyed what you've seen, I really would appreciate if you take a moment to like, share, and subscribe. Helps the channel more than you could possibly know. And if you don't mind hitting that fancy little adamantium bell next subscribe, that way as I can upload content, you guys get notified. Come to the channel, and I love talking with you and hearing your thoughts and feedback down in the comments or the socials, which I'll make sure that the links down in the description. So with all that said, I hope you all continue to have an absolutely amazing day reading, and happy hunting, everyone.